The histogram shows information about the areas of some farms. So I can see I've got my histogram here. The frequency densities at the moment are missing, but I do have the areas given along the x-axis here. I'm told that 90 of the farms have an area of 10 hectares or less. So 10 hectares is here. So I know that this bar here, 10 hectares or less, so this here represents 90 farms, which means that the frequency density here must be 9. Remember, with a histogram, the frequency density is equal to the frequency, or how many there are, divided by the width. So in this case there were 90, divided by 10, so we know that this is 9. That allows me to fill the rest of this axis in. There's 3 squares there, so we must be going up in 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. It's a bit of a strange scale, but there we go. 60% of the farms with an area of 100 hectares or less are arable farms. So 60% of the farms with an area of 100 hectares or less, so that means all of this, this, and that. 60% of all of that is are arable farms. Half of the farms with an area of more than 100 hectares are arable farms, so half of these will be arable farms. We need to work out the total number of arable farms. Okay, so let's work out how many arable farms there are here. First of all, so we know it's 60% of all of it, so let's work out what all of it would be. We know the first one is 90 already. Let's work out this bar here. Well, we can see that the frequency density here, so if that's 12, we're going up to 15. So each little square here is worth 0.6, because it's going to go 12.6, 13.2, 13.8, 14.4, 15. Basically, there's 3, it's going up 3 there. There's 5 little squares, so 3 divided by 5 is 0.6. So each little square there is 0.6. So the width is 10, the height is 12.6, so 10 times 12.6 would be 126. Next, I can see the width of this bar is 30, the height of the bar, well, I can see this is 3, remember we're going up in 0.6s, so it'd be 3.6, 4.2, 4.8. So if I do 30 times 4.8, there's 144 here. Next bar, so we've got 10, 20, 30. That's not right. So 10, 30, 50. The width of the bar there is 50. The height of the bar, 0.6, 1.2, 1.8, 2.4. So 2.4 times 50. So there's 120 here. So in total, less than 100, there are 90 plus 126 plus 144 plus 120. Let's add those together. So there's 480 farms less than 100 hectares, and we want to know 60% of that. So 60% of 480. So let's divide that by 10 times by 6. So that's 288 arable farms. Okay, so that's that bit done. Now we need to find half of the farms with an area of more than 100 hectares. So half of these, So let's work out the area of both of these now. That's 20, that's 3, so 20 times 3 is 60. That's 30. This is 0.6, 1.2, 1.8. So 30 times 1.8 is 54. So add those together, we can see that there is 114 farms with an area of more than 100. And we know that half of those are arable farms, that's 57. So if we add those together, so 57 plus 288, and we see that there are 345 arable farms in total. There we go. So the real key thing here is putting 90 here. That allows you to put 9 here. So that allows you then to fill a 3 and a 6 here. And once we know that these 5 little squares are 3, 3 divided by 5 is 0.6. So one of these little squares is 0.6.